everybody, it's Lord Tremendous here. Got another battle report here for you. 2,500 point battle. Lord Tremendous, that's me, of the Warriors of Chaos, versus Tyrant Horde Master of the Ogre Kingdoms. Yep, it's my typical Ogre opponent. He has changed his list slightly, I think, maybe. And I have changed mine a bit. I have, well, yeah, here we go. I have my Demon Prince, Lord Tremendous. He's got the Mark of Tzeentch. He's got Chaos Armor, Charm Shield, Dragonbane Gem, Other Trickster Shard, Demon Blade, Soul Feeder, and Scaled Skin. My Sorcerer Lord, Ashkus Muse, is a level 3 wizard. Got the Skullikatam and Lore Shadows. My hero choices are my Exalted Hero, Tardum, the Herald of Tzeentch. He's got the Mark of Tzeentch, he's my BSB, he's on a demonic mount with a great weapon, Talisman of Preservation, and Third Eye of Tzeentch. I have my Exalted Hero, Lady Elizabeth. She's got the Mark of Tzeentch, she's got a Chaos Steed, a Shield, Sword of Change, Luckstone, Iron Curse Icon. My Chaos Sorcerer, Fune the Flame Warper, he's got the Mark of Tzeentch, he's level 1 Wizard, Disc of Tzeentch, Enchanted Shield, Talisman of Protection, Chaos Familiar, and Lore of Tzeentch. My core choices are a unit of 5 Warhounds, a unit of 5 Forsaken, those who roam, a unit of 20 Chaos Warriors, Mark Tzeentch, full command, hand weapon shield, and the Banner of Eternal Flame. And my Chariot, the Vessel of Change, with the Mark Tzeentch. My special choice is 5 Chaos Knights, Elizabeth's Honor Guard, with the Mark Tzeentch and Sorcelled Weapons, Banner, Musician, Blasted Standard. And last but not least is the Mutalith Vortex. Gotta love the beast. My opponent's list is pretty much, I think we've already seen this one. I'm almost positive. He's got a Tyrant with an extra hand weapon, Armor of Fortune, and a Crown of Command. He's got a Slaughtermaster as his level 4 wizard with the Armor of Destiny and the Lore of the Great Maw. His hero choices are a Bruiser, BSB, Rune Maw combo thingy. His core choice is a unit of 13 Iron Guts with full command and a Razor Standard, because -4 armor save hurts. He's got a unit of 10 Nobblers, mostly just throwaway. And his special choices are 10 Man-Eaters with full command, poison, stubborn, 2 of them have great weapons, 4 of them have extra hand weapons, the rest are regular, and he's got the Dragonhide banner. And his rare choices are 2 Iron Blasters. These are my spells, 3 from Shadow, 2 from Tzeentch, and of course, the Beast, his spells. These are my opponent's spells. Again, he doesn't have the cards, so he has a Slaughtermaster with Bone Crusher, Bull Gorger, Tooth Cracker, and Troll Guts. So, yay! Here's deployment. As you can see, his army is tiny. He just kind of threw him in a corner, and I lined up around. The Knights were going to run around the side with the disc. The Forsaken, Chariot, Warriors, Demon Prince, and BSB were going to go up front, and the dogs are going to try to redirect the Iron Guts for a turn. That was it. There's his army. I would love to say it was a flank, but that's his entire army. Starting from the left in the back there is his Iron Blaster. In front of them are his unit of Man-Eaters. Right next to them is that huge brick of Iron Guts with his Bruiser, his Slaughtermaster, and his Tyrant installed. Right next to them is a unit of 10 Noblars, and right behind them is his other Iron Blaster. And that's the army. You could fit it in a shoebox. Here's my right flank. There's the Beast. Over to the right, my BSB and the dogs are over there on the left. There's my center. There's Ashkus and his roadies right there. I've got my Demon Prince, Tzeentch, Lord Tremendous right in front of them. I've got my Chaos Warriors there. I got my Chaos Chariot as well as my 5 Forsaken. And my left flank, there's Fune on the right there, and the Knights with Lady Elizabeth in the center. Top of turn 1, he got to go first, which isn't really a shock. I never get to go first. Nobody lets me play. And they just kind of come forward. Not all the way up like they could have, but they do come up a decent amount. During his magic phase, he gets regen off army-wide, as well as, I think, strength or toughness on his Man-Eaters. I didn't care. I didn't really intend to charge them this turn. They were too far away. During his shooting phase, of course, one of his cannons misfired 6 and just kind of, well, it ended up facing forward, so it wasn't even a big deal. But yeah, that's how this guy rolls. Whenever we play, one of his cannons misfires, and whenever he misfires, he rolls a 5 or a 6. So Just way, way too forgiving with the ogre cannons. Here's bottom of 1 after movement, and as you can see, the dogs ran up a little bit there to get into the iron guts. And yeah, everything else just kind of came forward slightly to kind of surround them. Yeah, poor doggies, they're going to get smashed. You know what? No, I take it back. I don't have bottom of 1. I completely forgot to take bottom of 1 pictures. Suffice it to say, bottom of 1, there was nothing. This is actually top of 2. And wow, I honestly just realized that as I was recording this, that there was no bottom of 1 picture there. So I apologize in advance. Yeah, this is actually just top of 2 here. Wow. Yeah, my dogs came up, I guess, in bottom of 1, and the rest of my army, I mean, as you can see from here, this is where it was. The only thing that really happened in top of 2 after movement was his Iron Guts charged my dogs. That was it. But yeah, there's the picture of the dogs about to get slaughtered by the Iron Guts. During his magic phase, he's able to get +1 strength off, I think, on the man-eaters there. And his Noblars throw some stuff at my man-eater, at my Mutolith, and they find a soft spot. They actually hurt him a little bit, which kind of sucks. In combat, yeah, of course, the what's it called? The dogs get just slaughtered by the Iron Guts, and that was to be expected. And then we go to the bottom of 2 after movement. And as you can see, I went in the Iron Guts after they got crazy with the dogs. They turned to face, and it was just too perfect for me to pass up. I do regret sending in the Mutolith. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I got excited, so you know I do make mistakes. But yeah, my Demon Prince, my BSB, and the Mutolith all slam into the Iron Guts, and the idea here was kill the Rune Maw, banner, BSB, kill the Tyrant, kill the Slaughtermaster, and if I break from combat, I break from combat. I know my BSB is dead. I know my Demon Prince isn't going anywhere. But if anybody was going to do some damage to this unit, it was going to be those guys. I didn't get Pit of Shade, so there's nothing else I was going to do. Why not, right? I figured the Warriors and the Chariot and maybe the Forsaken could deal with the Man-Eaters, and if not, well, I did still have my Disc guy running around with, like, Infernal Gateway and stuff. But that was the plan, and I implemented it. Meanwhile, the Forsaken fail their Frenzy check, and they charge the Man-Eaters. And not only do they have to charge Man-Eaters, but they make it. They make it by a long shot, so that kind of sucked. Right here, there's a better picture of the Demon Prince, the BSB, and the Mutolith getting into the Iron Guts. And yeah, there's the failed Frenzy check Forsaken going to their death. Yep, in combat, my Demon Prince issues a challenge, so he doesn't get killed right away, and the unit champion gets slaughtered for my trouble. The BSB puts a couple of wounds through under the unit. The Mutolith does the same. Of course, he does take a couple wounds. I end up winning this combat, but they're steadfast and they're not going anywhere. Yeah, I think I kill a Man-Eater in this one and do a wound to one, but the Forsaken gets slaughtered, so there was nothing I can do. I think I got armor piercing as their special rule. So here's top of 3 after movement, and there hasn't been much at all. The Nobblers kind of turned to face the Mutolith for whatever reason. The Man-Eaters, I think they tried to charge the Warriors and failed, and other than that, the Iron Blasters just kind of turn around to get better shots at stuff. Yeah, the Man-Eaters did fail a charge against my Warriors, which was good. During his shooting phase, the Knights catch a cannonball and 2 of them get popped. And then in combat over here, my Demon Prince issues another challenge. He accepts with his BSB, and my Demon Prince just rips his face off. He does. I think I end up doing a wound to myself, to be honest. But yeah, with all the damage, I think I did like 5 wounds to the BSB, and I rolled 5 dice, and not one came up a 6. So having a little bit of trouble with Soul Feeder, and that's going to be a prevalent problem. The BSB ends up taking out another base or 2 along with the Mutolith. The Mutolith only takes 1 wound for his trouble, and the BSB actually took a bunch, but 1 slipped through. He was able to ward save most of them. I win this combat again, but they're still steadfast. So here's bottom of 3 after movement, and what ended up happening here was that the Knights slam into the Chariot, or the cannon anyway. My Chariot and my Warriors charged the Man-Eaters. Only the Chariot makes it. The Warriors, they failed by a ton. I rolled really poorly. Other than that, the disc guy just kind of flies around behind the house there, and yeah, that's really about it. You know, because Ashkus ain't going anywhere. He sits there in his bunker and fires off spells. So yeah, this would have been a lot cooler had the Warriors made it, but unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. Yeah, I know it was ballsy, charging the knights through the forest in order to get a hold of this iron blaster, but after killing two of my knights, it had to die. And I'm sorry, my disc Fune slams into the flank of the cannon as well. I don't know why I said he was going behind the house. Sometimes I lie to you to make you feel better about being you. So there. Right here, combat kind of goes left field here. While my Demon Prince does get into combat with his Tyrant, I only do a couple of wounds to it, and I take another one for my trouble. My Mutalith gets killed, which was inevitable. But my BSB, he took like 5 or 6 wounds, and he ended up rolling. I rolled 2 2s, and there's no coming back from 2s. So yeah, the BSB died unexpectedly, which was unfortunate. But well, it happens, I guess. So yeah, the BSB and the Mutalith both die here. I think I end up losing this combat actually, but it doesn't matter because my Demon Prince is unbreakable. So yeah, there's the beast on his back because, yeah, well, that was stupid for me to charge him into this guy. I don't know what I was thinking. I just got excited. It's okay. It's okay. You're supposed to be sad. That's why I play the music. Over here, however, the Chariot, oh my god, the Chariot really comes into his own here and just, I think he wrecks like 3 ogres and leaves a wound on one. Unfortunately, he gets killed for his trouble, but wow, he did like 7 or 8 wounds in this combat. He was just, ooh, I wish I had 3 of them, you know? it was impressive, very, very impressive. But as you can see, he ends up getting killed for his trouble, which was unfortunate because he would have done great had the damn warriors made their charge. Over here, my knights and Fune end up beating the cannon in combat. It flees. I choose not to pursue with the knights because I was worried about dangerous terrain checks. Hindsight being 2020, I wish I had pursued, but that's neither here nor there. So the Fune does pursue, he does not catch him, and the knights just kind of turn in place. So yeah, erring on the side of caution is something I should stop doing. Over here, top of 4 after movement, as you can see, the Man-Eaters did not fail their next charge and slam into my warriors, and the Iron Blaster fails to rally and bounces through the combat, causing nothing. So, darn. Yep, there's the cannon. He flees through that unit, and now it's like, well, poo, what am I going to do now? There's a better shot of the Man-Eater slamming into the warriors. During magic, he gets +1 strength off on the Man-Eaters, which is really bad, and then he gets +1 toughness off irresistible on his Iron Gut unit. But he miscasts 6, which is cool, and he ends up taking out another couple of Iron Gut, as well as putting a wound on the Slaughtermaster. But no, he takes the wound on the Slaughtermaster, but he ends up saving it with his 4-up ward. So that was okay. It ended his magic phase because of the D6 dice that he lost from the pool, but you know, they're still toughness 5 now, and that's kind of a pain. In combat, the warriors give it up entirely too sweet to the Man-Eaters. They'd end up doing like nothing. I think I killed 1. I think I might have done 4 wounds total. It was ridiculous. The warriors just completely got pulverized by the Man-Eaters. And granted, they were +1 strength, and they're Man-Eaters, and they had extra hand weapons and great weapons and all that garbage, but I really wish they had done a lot better, or at least something. It was kind of embarrassing. So the warriors got killed, and then Man-Eaters ran up so they get a hold of the Marauders. Disgusting, but what can you do? So we go to bottom of 4 after movement. Oh, I'm sorry, in the top of 4, the Demon Prince finally, he did end up killing the Tyrant. With his BSB dead and his Tyrant dead, he was lower leadership. He lost combat. Granted, he was steadfast, but when he rolled like a 10 or an 11. I pursued and ran him down. In bottom of 4, I charged the Iron Blaster because my Demon Prince has 3 wounds on him, and he has done a ton of wounds in this combat. In fact, he did like 5 wounds to the Tyrant, but I'm not rolling any Soul Feeder 6s, and so I'm not healing him at all. which is great. He made up all of his points. The Tyrant, the Slaughtermaster, the BSB, and the Iron Guts are all dead, so that's huge. I could lose the Demon Prince and be okay, but the problem is I've lost so much else, I can't really afford to lose anything else. And it's only bottom of 4, so I need to make some stuff happen. So I send the Demon Prince into the Iron Blaster in the hopes that not only can I beat it in combat, but I can get a couple of wounds healed with Soul Feeder. Meanwhile, the Marauders charge the Iron Blaster that's fleeing. It has no choice but to continue fleeing, and it doesn't flee off the table, but it does get away. And then my Disc Rider runs up to harass the Man-Eaters, which, in hindsight, I should have just ran him away, but I don't always do smart things. There's a better picture of the Demon Prince into the Iron Blaster. And there's a better picture of the Marauders shooing away the other Iron Blaster that was deciding to flee. In combat, my Demon Prince does 3 or 4 wounds to the Iron Blaster. It breaks from combat. I do not pursue. I turn to face the cannon because when I roll the 3 or 4 dice for Soul Feeder, I don't roll any 6s. So it's like, oh no, I've got to do something and I don't know what. So he turns to face the other Iron Blaster because I've got to get him in combat to try to heal him because it's only bottom of 4. He's got another round of shooting if that thing doesn't rally, or if it does rally. So we go to top of 5, and not a whole lot happens. The Iron Blaster that was fleeing does end up rallying. It was like a 4. And the Man-Eaters, they don't charge, obviously, but they do get right on top of the Marauders, which kind of sucks. So, nothing else really happening there. Oh yeah, the Iron Blaster does rally, and the Noblars broke when the Iron Guts broke. They never rallied. They bounced off the table. So yay, I get like 12 points. So here's bottom of 5 after movement, and I try to get the Marauders away from the Man-Eaters with their movement 8. It's just not happening. So Ashicus leaves the unit and runs over so that the Marauders can't, or so that the Man-Eaters can't get a hold of him. However, the Marauders are dead. There's nothing I can do about that. I'm hoping maybe during my magic phase I can get them with what's it called, Infernal Gateway or something like that, or maybe get what's it called, Occam's Mind Razor off on the Marauders, something. They need a Hail Mary pass, and I'm just not seeing it. Meanwhile, the Demon Prince slams into the other Iron Blaster because it's kill or be killed at this point. Yep, there's a better picture of the Demon Prince getting a hold of that Iron Blaster, and like I said, I just needed to get a hold of him so I could try to Soul Feed or something, you know? Hell, if I could Soul Feed or a wound or 2, I might even send him after the Man-Eaters, I don't know. But it wasn't meant to be. The Demon Prince does like 8 attacks. Only 4 of them hit the Iron Blaster. I think 3 of them wounded. But I did wound myself once or twice, and it got through, and I died. So the Demon Blade claimed the Demon Prince in the end. But in all fairness, he had a great game. He killed off 3 characters, ran down a unit of Iron Guts, killed an Iron Blaster, and almost killed this other Iron Blaster. However, if I just soul fed a couple, you know, he had almost 20 friggin' dice to roll at Soul Feeder. I didn't roll any 6s, so it is what it is, I guess. He did really good for 375 points, though. And I like the cheaper, flightless Demon Prince very much so far. It's unfortunate that he died, but yeah. I know it sucks that I had to play the music, but admit it. Admit it, you missed it. You missed it. So here's top of 6 after movement. And hey, when it rains, it pours. The Man-Eaters slam into the Marauders. I wasn't able to get Occam's Mind Razor off. I wasn't able to get Infernal Gateway off. I rolled way, way low, and it was discouraging, to say the least. During his shooting phase, his cannon takes careful aim and blows Fune away. It hits, and he does like 6 wounds to him or some crazy amount. He kills him 3 times. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is, I guess. Over here, yeah, we all can see what's happening here. The Marauders are corpsed. And poof, like by slut magic, they disappear. It's unfortunate. Yeah, and at this point it's bottom of 6, but there's absolutely nothing I'm gonna do. Ashicus doesn't have any offensive magic, the Knights are way out of range, and everything else is dead or embarrassed. So yeah, a lot of A lot of stuff went well this game, and a lot of stuff went poorly. It was unfortunate, and in the end, my opponent pulled it out, and I gotta give it to him because he stuck with it the whole time. Even though his big old brick Iron Guts, I was able to defeat them. So moral victory, Warriors, yay! But yeah, we'll get to all that in a second. Quick timeout. Banners, banners, banners. Look at the banners. You want the banners. You need the banners. You can't live without the banners. Literally, you can't. So, what you should do in order to remedy this and continue your existence is send this guy an email or go check him out on Facebook. I think he's got a Pinterest account now, too, if you want to look him up there. It's the Banner Guy. Get yourself a banner, send them an email, just a question. Hey, dude, I've seen your stuff. I was curious what you could do for me. I've got a Skaven army. I've got an Orcs and Goblins army. I've got a Demons army. I've got an army. Or maybe you just want a banner to put up like on your door or something. I don't care. Send him an email. Check him out on Facebook. Get yourself a banner. You won't regret it. That's right, guys. Check out these tokens. Wound counters, augments, hexes, potions, status ailments, status bonuses, whatever. Any game system, any token need, anything whatsoever. You can send this girl an email and tell her what you need, and it's usually they come in kits. There's 2 kits represented on this picture. Can't figure out which kit is which. I feel sorry for you. But yeah, I mean, it's really, really cool to have these things. They look a lot better than dice. They make a lot more sense than dice. And it's any game system. The only stipulation is if you don't live in America, you really probably shouldn't bother ordering because shipping is insane. Just to ship to Europe the other day was like $31. So, I mean, I guess if you're cool with that, send her an email. But if you're not, totally understandable, don't send. But all you Americans out there, by all means, send her an email. Get yourself some tokens. Totally worth it. Dirt cheap prices, solid gold quality. You won't regret it. But after totaling it all up, it was another defeat for Lord Tremendous. It was I got 1890 out of him, and he got 2051 out of me. So it was close. It was by about 161 points or so, but it was a damn good game, and I lost it because I lost it. I mean, other than a couple of things just failing me where I didn't need them to fail me, yeah, we just kind of crumbled a little bit. It was heart-wrenching, but it is what it is, I guess. I lost everything except for Ashicus, Elizabeth, and the Knights. The Ogre player lost everything except for the Man-Eaters and 1 Iron Blaster, which was enough. It was my game to lose, and I lost it, So it was just, it was frustrating. It was a little frustrating. All those Soul Feeder rolls and not 1/6, the dice just weren't in it. I did leave my dice in my truck overnight, and it got kind of cold outside, so they might have been a little mad. Totally understandable, but it is what it is. My Demon Prince did amazing against the Iron Gut characters. Killed the Unit Champion, the BSB, and the Tyrant, and he was beaten on the Slaughtermaster before running down the unit. That was huge. I mean, probably 375 points probably netted me 1,400 points, so gotta love that Demon Prince kit, man. Really do. Got a lot of bum deals. I need to start playing smarter. I never should have had my disc guy that close to the man. There was no reason for that. I thought the Iron Blaster was taken care of by the Demon Prince. Really stupid on my part. I should have brought the Knights in to do something more than just with the Iron Blaster, the 1 Iron Blaster they got. Yeah, I need to play smarter. That's my problem. But it was a good game, and I need a rematch. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for Battle Report number 60. How far we've come. I hope you guys are enjoying them as much as I'm enjoying playing the games and making them, because it is still a lot of fun for me. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, feel free to put them in the comment section below. I'm really good about getting back to people, and I enjoy the conversations. But yeah, guys, thanks.